Hey, welcome back to the channel. This particular video is going to be on our rental loan product. Another term to describe the rental loan product is going to be a DSCR loan or a debt service coverage ratio loan. For context, my name is Daniel Kwache with Skyfield Finance. We partner with entrepreneurial and institutional real estate investors to help you raise capital to purchase, refinance, rehab, and develop real estate. As you guys can see, this video is going to be a PowerPoint style presentation. So if you're not a fan of the PowerPoints, then this channel probably isn't for you. Regardless, this is going to be some good information that you do need to know about some of our loan products and then just about lenders in general. So I definitely recommend that you stick around. So let's just jump right into it. In terms of our agenda for this presentation, we're going to start off with an introduction to Skyfield Finance. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our company and who we are, and you can decide if you want to do business with us. Then I'm going to jump into our rental loan program and guidelines. We're going to talk a little bit about the eligible property types. We're going to talk about the credit score requirements, minimum loan amounts, maximum loan amounts, among other things. Then I'm going to go into details about the steps in the process. So qualification and submission of the loan. Then I'll talk a little bit about processing and underwriting of the loan. And then we'll talk about the closing. I'm also going to talk about our online customer dashboard, so our online portal where you can log in and submit all of the required documentation in a timely fashion so that your loan can close on time. After that, we'll talk a little bit about the next steps involved with getting this loan funded. Now, before we get started, this is going to be a bit about us and you, or you and us, doing business together. And I say all of that to say that you can do this and we can help. There are plenty of investors who never owned real estate before, never took a loan out to purchase real estate before, and after working with us, they were able to purchase their first investment property. So if they can do it, you can do it too. All right, so just keep that in mind as we're going through this presentation. You can do this and we can help. If you're new to the industry or if you're new to real estate, we're going to be using some terms to describe some of the requirements. And if you're new to the industry, it can be a little bit intimidating just because you're hearing it for the first time. But again, it's really simple. It's not that complicated. It just takes a little bit of effort and you will get the gist of everything. So again, before we get started, you can do this and we can help you. So let's jump right into it. So who are we? As I mentioned earlier, we're Skyfield Finance. We've been in the business since 2020. We are a tech-enabled commercial mortgage brokerage. We've funded over $250 million over 500 projects. We're lending in 44 states, including DC, and our head offices is in New Jersey. We offer rental loans for new investors and seasoned investors. Again, if you're new to the industry, we do have products for you guys, so don't worry about it. Through the entire process of applying for a loan, you're going to have a dedicated relationship manager with experienced staff. So we've seen many different loan scenarios, so we'll be able to tell you up front if this is something we can do or if it's something we can't do. And if we can't do, we'll just let you know up front and then you can just go somewhere else or you can decide how you want to move going forward. Now, in terms of the process, we leverage technology to make the process simple, right? Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you would know that in today's day and age, 2025, if you're applying for a loan and if you're doing anything, really the process is going to be done online. So same with us, we leverage technology to make the process simple and easy. Now, why are we doing this? If you're an investor and you're watching this, aside from making money and creating wealth for yourself and your family, you want to unlock the potential of America's aged homes. As you guys know, we are in the middle of an affordable housing crisis. And as developers and real estate investors, we're assisting with taking care of that issue. All right, so we want to partner with you guys and assist you guys in unlocking the potential of America's aged homes. In terms of one of our company tenants, we're constantly innovating to find ways to serve you guys better as investors. So let's talk a little bit about the types of transactions. Now, in terms of the types of transactions, there's going to either be a purchase transaction or a refinance transaction. Those are the two main transaction types that you have, and that's going to be with us or any other lender. Now, here at Skyfield Finance, we break down our refinance transaction into two different types of transactions. So there is the refinancing within 6 months, right? So let's say you purchased a property at an auction and you want to reestablish your cash position. So you can refinance within 6 months of purchase, or you can refinance after 6 months. All right, so after 6 months. So again, keep that in mind, guys. Two types of transaction. You have the purchase transaction, which technically speaking is called a purchase new money transaction. And then you have your refinance transaction, which is going to be refinancing within 6 months or refinancing after 6 months. Some other things that you need to know is going to be the important terms. And these terms are going to apply for our loan product or another lender's loan products. The first term that you need to know is going to be the loan to cost term. So loan to cost typically refers to the present value of a property. So when a lender's quoting you their leverage amounts or how much they're willing to lend, you may hear them say we're going to lend 80% loan to cost or 90% loan to cost. And what that essentially means is that they're going to lend 80 to 90% of the current value of the property. All right, it determines your initial loan amount. So that's the first term you need to know, loan to cost. The next term you need to know is going to be loan to value. Loan to value refers to the future value of the property or the future value that we at Skyfield Finance will fund. LTV is going to cap your total loan amount. Again, whether you're dealing with us or you're dealing with another lender, you need to know these terms, loan to cost and loan to value. So keep that in mind as we're going through this presentation. So let's talk a little bit about the qualifications for this rental loan. In terms of credit score, we require a minimum credit score of 660. Now, being that this is this is an asset-based loan, we're not going to do any income or employment verifications, right? So we're loaning you these funds based on the performance of the asset or based on the asset itself. This type of loan is what we refer to as an asset-based loan in the industry. In terms of your eligible borrowers, so U.S. citizens are going to be your eligible borrowers, or U.S. citizens are eligible for this loan. U.S. legal permanent residencies, meaning green card holders, are eligible for this loan. And then foreign nationals are also eligible for this loan. There are some additional requirements as far as foreign nationals are concerned. I won't go into too much details about it in this presentation, but foreign nationals are eligible for this product. Now let's talk a little bit about the guidelines for this actual loan. Assuming you have a 700 plus credit score, right? So the guidelines for this loan is going to change depending on your credit score. So if you have a 700 plus, you qualify for the best terms for this loan. If you have a 660, you don't qualify for the best terms for this loan, right? So just keep that in mind. So in terms of these guidelines for this loan, this assumes a 700 plus credit score. So assuming you have a 700 plus credit score, we'll go up to 80% of the loan to value or loan to cost on a purchase, whichever is lower. All right, so there goes that term we spoke about earlier. 80% of the loan to value, which is the future value of the property, or loan to cost, which is the current value of the property of a purchase, right? On a purchase, whichever is lower. If you're doing a rate and term refinance, or if you're just refinancing the property, we're going to go 80% of loan to value. If you're doing a cash out refinance, meaning you want to pull cash out from the property, We're going to go as high up as 75% loan to value. In terms of our minimums and maximum, for this specific loan product, our maximum loan amount is going to be $2 million, and our minimum loan amount is going to be $75,000. In terms of the properties that are eligible for this loan, it's going to be your 1 to 4 unit properties. We'll go into a little more details about the eligible properties, but just to briefly speak to it here. Now, the beauty of this specific rental loan product is that this is the perfect complement to the fix and flip loan product. So let's say you're watching this video today and you are a BRRRR investor, meaning you buy real estate, you're going to rehab it, and then you're going to eventually refinance the property. If you're that type of investor, when you're ready to refinance, you'll refinance into this specific loan product. So the fix and flip loan product and this rental loan product go hand in hand. Again, this is a perfect complement to the fix and flip loan product. I will put links in the description to the fix and flip loan product that complements this rental loan product. In terms of the type of entities that we lend to, we only lend to LLCs and corps, all right? So S corps, C corps, and LLCs. We don't lend to individuals. So if you're looking to purchase a property or you're looking to borrow funds to purchase a property, you're going to have an LLC set up or some type of entity set up, whether it be an LLC, S corp, or C corp. Prepayment penalties, 3-year prepayment penalty, 5-year prepayment penalty, and 7-year prepayment penalty options. Let's go into a little more details about the eligible property types. So in terms of the eligible property types, it's going to be non-owner occupied properties only, meaning if you're going to live in the property, this program isn't going to work. This program is a non-owner occupied business loan type of program. Single family residencies qualify for this program. 1 to 4 units, as mentioned earlier, also qualify for this program. PUDs, planned unit development, attached or detached PUDs qualify for this program. And then condos also qualify for this program. Now, quick talking point about the condos. Only warrantable condos qualify for this program. And when I say warrantable condos, what I mean is that condos that are also eligible for government funding. So if the condo can qualify for an FHA loan or a VA loan, then it also qualifies for this specific program. If it doesn't qualify for government loans, meaning it doesn't qualify for FHA loan, or if it doesn't qualify for a VA loan, then it also doesn't qualify for this loan product here. All right, so keep that in mind. This product does qualify for condos, but they have to be warrantable condos. Let's talk a little bit about ineligible property types. So commercially zoned properties are not going to be eligible for this loan product. Multifamily real estate, so 5 units or more, does not qualify for this loan product. We do have other types of products that qualify for multifamily real estate, but this specific loan product doesn't. Mixed-use properties don't qualify for this loan product. Again, we do have other products that do. Manufactured housing, earth or dome homes, timeshares, log homes, houseboats, condotels, raw land, and properties designated as rural do not qualify for this specific loan product. Here's a little bit about our market coverage. As mentioned earlier, we do lend in 44 states. We do not lend in Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Vermont, Utah, and Oregon. Understanding the loan process. So this is going to be the actual loan process and applying with Skyfield Finance, what you can expect in terms of our loan process. So the first step is going to be to upload your initial documents to the portal. Next, your file goes into processing. After that, we order the appraisal and credit report. We typically order the appraisal as quickly as possible just because depending on the state you're in, that could probably take the longest. The credit report happens quickly. So we'll order the appraisal, order the credit report, then your file is going to go into underwriting. After that, the file is clear to close. Then the file is going to be sent to closing. And from submission to close is about 15 business days. Now, quick talking point about that. From submission to close is going to be 15 business days, but that assumes that you get all of your documents to us in a timely fashion, right? I can't stress that enough. If we request documents and it takes you 3 weeks to get those documents to us, then there's no way we're going to be able to close in 2 weeks, right? Because it took you 3 weeks to get the documents to us. So just keep that in mind as far as the closing date is concerned. It all assumes that you're getting those documents to us in a timely fashion. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you our online portal. And this is where you're going to be submitting your documents. So this is the online portal. And this is where you come to submit your documents. Once we submit you for a loan, we'll get you set up for the online portal, and this is what it's going to look like. So you'll see here in your online portal, you have your resources. You can apply for a loan. You can request a draw. Had this been a fix and flip loan, you can request a draw here, request for extensions on your loan, request a payoff. So let's say you want to refinance and you want to go with another lender, you can request that payoff letter. Here you can apply for a loan if you needed to. Scrolling down a bit, you have the option to click into your My Loans. So these are going to be the loans that are currently pending. Once you click into the loan that's currently pending, you'll see here you have your loan summary. It's going to give you details about the loan in question. The main talking point is going to be the to-dos. So this is where you're going to submit your documents. This is where you can just upload your documents directly into the portal. And once we get that information, the processing team is going to continue, the processing and underwriting team is going to start working on these loan documents. Now, you could upload the documents to this portal here, or you can send it directly to your rep. Either way, the rep is going to upload it into this portal here, so it's just a lot easier to just directly upload it to this portal here. And this is something a lot of our clients like because they can not necessarily have to come to our office here in New Jersey. They can just submit the documents into the portal. And if you do want to come visit us here in Jersey, you're always welcome to come visit us. So this is going to be our portal or our customer dashboard, and essentially this is what it looks like. So let's head back over to the PowerPoint. So that's going to be the user dashboard. Continuing with the loan process, once you've completed the required tasks, processing is going to review all of the documents and make sure it meets all of our guidelines. So once you've submitted all of your documents, processing is going to review everything, underwriting is going to review everything, and make sure we've dotted all of our I's and crossed all of our T's. Again, I can't stress this enough. It's important that you get back to us with the documents in a timely fashion. There's so many clients whose loans have gotten thrown off course because they couldn't get back to us with the documents in a timely fashion. Some information about closing. Once the file has been completed, the file will be marked as clear to close. Our closing department works closely with the title agent or the title company to coordinate the closing and make sure that they receive the necessary documents that they need in order to get this loan closed. Now, an important talking point. The funds to close on this loan must come from a checking account that's either in your name as a borrower or in the entity's name that's borrowing this loan. All right, so just to repeat that. The funds to close on this loan must come from a checking account in your name as a borrower or an entity that is applying for this loan. So you can't show up to closing with funds from a random person's account, or you can't show up to closing with funds from a random entity's account. It has to be in your name or the entities that's applying for this loan. So in terms of our next steps, the next step is going to be for you guys to head over to the description and head over to our main website and get started on applying for this loan. Again, you can just head into the description and get started on applying for this loan. I hope you found this video useful. I hope you found this video informative. In terms of the terms and some of the terms we used to describe this loan, it's going to apply for us as a lender and other lenders. So whether you decide to go with us or another lender, you still need to know some of the information that was discussed. If you found this video useful, I would hope that you hit the subscribe button and you can get notified whenever we upload new videos, and then also hit the thumbs up button as it helps with the algorithm and pushing this video to other people. I appreciate your time. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.